in some character itself, and for example, sometimes it is referred to as she even though the name is masculine or is masculine in itself. I don't understand the story's reaction, but it could be more confusing, so I'm clarifying it. I also want to remind you that while watching this video, you can comment with your own story or any other story you know in the comments. Whether it's from Avanoodle, Jello Academia, Dragon Ball, Naruto, which one? Okay, I'll keep an eye out and check them out to see if they're suitable for the channel. That's all. More effeminate maid, let the video begin. Enjoy? Hell Dressed as a Hero, created by Magic Meiji, adapted into video and history. Translated by Sis 2024. Hello everyone, my name is Izuku Midoriya, the protagonist of this story, in this case video, because my beautiful presence was incredible enough for the enchanting odyssey will be shown to a bunch of viewers who will surely be scratching their third leg in this moment. So I hope you're ready to join me on this beautiful journey. Well, at least until they send me to jail for the stupid things I do. Anyway, let me describe myself so that to have an idea of what they should see. When God decided to leave me on earth for mortals to take care of, He decided to make me a handsome boy. I have green, curly hair with matching eyes, a face full of freckles, and I'm short and I'm thin. Luckily, I decided to work out so I could beat the crap out of my damn bullies. Now I'm defined abs and sensual muscles, giving them a complete package of tenderness and sensuality. Although the sexy stuff will be hidden unless I take my shirt off. Sorry, guys. Perhaps they'll soon fall for me. However, God forgot to give me something. When He decided to sacrifice me to nature, He forgot to give me a gift, or perhaps He was trying to get rid of me, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. A gift is a superpower that you can have, from being able to pull your eyes out of your head to having super strength. Heroes are born with a gift. They're supposed to be there to protect the public, even if I have my own problems with them. If you've read any superhero stories, that's my world. Except instead of just, even if Superman has powers, 80% of the population has a superpower. I'm saying that this statistic is nonsense because I'm the only person without a gift at my school. The other 20% don't have a gift I mean, we're just there for the spectacle, like other bodies that wander around. I'm willing to. I'd wager that at least 95% of that 20% of the sentient population are elderly. Damn my life. Natural selection. I guess. There are villains too. But that's to be expected. Anyway, let's get back to reality. I'm in class, and it's the day we're supposed to decide what the hell you want to do with your life. The teacher only lasted 5 seconds, saying that everyone wants to be a hero and throwing papers in the air. The students nod while showing their quirks. They can't use their quirks in public, Giles. Hey, don't mess with me. These extras, teacher. They'll be lucky if they end up as colleagues at an agency. Old and dilapidated. Bakugo Katsuki sneers. Oh yeah. Damn, I guess. I have to explain. Bakugo is my bully, the one I used to call Kakshan before discrimination hit, and he'll ruin everything. You know that jerk from every anime that girls either hate or fall for because of some strange reason? Reason? This is your man. Ash blonde hair, demon red eyes, a nice body, and, to top it all off, a salty gaze. The truth is, I'm surprised he wants to be a hero when, to me, he's just an idiot. Unless you're a huge guy, that shit doesn't work, honey. Before I rant, I'll let this play out. Ah, Bakugo, it seems you're aiming for Midoriya too. I swear the teacher's looking for drama by saying that. I can hear him. The kids start gossiping, while Bakugo causes explosions in his hands due to his quirk. Well, it's time to set the stage, folks. At least I have the nerve to try it with all of you, except for Bakugo. I say with a mocking smile. This causes outrage in the class. Bakugo. He comes over, slams his hands on my desk, and explodes at the poor old gossip. I ask him, "What's wrong?" Fires. Artificial. The teacher says loudly, "The bell's about to ring, Bakugo." Never mind, the teacher wants me dead. At that moment the bell rings and most of the students leave, except for Bakugo and me. Before I can look down at my dead body, I grab my notebook and backpack and run. I have other things to do. There are important things I have to worry about, and that helps me maintain my stamina. You have to look on the bright side. The therapist often says, "Deku isn't coming back." Deku is my nickname, which is, it supposes, means useless. Unfortunately, my mother didn't think my name through, but it still turned out to be a normal name. Current. No, thank you. But I appreciate the exercise. You're very encouraging. Firecracker. I forgot to mention that Bakugo's quirk is explosion. Basically, he can making explosions with his hands. For some reason, this makes him seem like a blessed man, but I only see one. Nuclear bomb about to explode. Thank God for thinking it through and only letting his hands do it. Otherwise, we'd have a bombshell at the party. I run out of the building, quickly overtaking it because I'm concentrating. He's putting too much strain on my physical health. He just has explosions, while I have a brain and a sexy body that nobody else has. You can see unless you're shirtless. I reach a small bridge. I run to work my calves when he appears. This villain from Ba. A medium-sized meat costume. That should do it. It works. Come here, kid. The villain tries to grab me, but I dodge him quickly. After all, I trained for this. I could run, but I don't want to, risking anyone's life. I hope a hero comes along. Although, judging by the context, it seems they're already after him. Oh well. Time to put my training into practice. I keep moving, able to jump without problems thanks to my inexhaustible energy. If he's about to grab me, I run up the wall to shake him off. Then he has. Help has arrived. Don't worry, I'm here, shouts a hero. Crush. The slime has been annihilated. I bet the people who make slime videos on YouTube will cry over the amount of slime that was. He lost. Anyway, he tried to kill me. Now let's talk about the hero. I turn around and come face to face with Almig, the #1 hero, the symbol of peace. As an information junkie, I know about heroes. I probably know more about him than the hero himself. That doesn't mean I'm going to. I fainted at the sight of him, like most of the fans. Are you alright, citizen? Alm asks, his voice booming. The best way to describe him is that he looks like Superman with a huge grin. I'm glad you came. I thought I was screwed. I see Almig's face, surprised by the curse. Oh yes, it's totally suitable for all audiences. Huh? Well, I'll have some fun with that. You shouldn't swear, says the hero, while pouring 2 bottles of soda and starting to clean up the slime. I guess I can tell the slimes that. They're sticking together less and less. I don't know how to cheer them up. I decided to ask him a question. Do you mind? What if I ask you a question while you're cleaning body parts? Go ahead, young man. Young man. Okay. Izuku, before you ask, that's my first name and I. It doesn't matter what they call me. We have more important things to worry about. Anyway, out of curiosity, do you think someone without a gift can become a hero? I always ask this question to any hero I come across, just to see how people see the world. Olm pauses for a moment after cleaning the drool before she even looked at me. No, I don't think someone without a peculiarity could. Becoming a hero. It's too dangerous. A simple, straightforward statement. Okay then. Interestingly, I've never heard a single hero say yes to that question. However, someone without a gift might be as capable as someone with one. Give them a gun or a nuclear bomb, and they'll automatically be more powerful than that. Someone with a gift. Someone with a gift can dodge a bullet, but for how long? Anyway, thanks. And then? I'm about to leave, but I turn around with a huge grin. Oh yes. I'm going to be a hero. I don't have. So, I'm doing this to prove you and everyone else wrong. As soon as that happens, I'll give you the finger. Medium. You better keep your eyes open. Yeah, that was pretty threatening. I'm leading like a motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding. About an hour later, I run into the same damn idiot. I guess that Almig didn't tighten the lid enough, just like he tightened the screws in his brain. He was on his way to work when I ran into him. A villain attack. The interesting thing isn't that Slim is back or that he captured Bakugo because karma. He's been calling him for a while now. It's because there are 3 heroes on the scene doing nothing. Nothing. Right now, I don't give a damn about Bakugo as a friend, but I'm not going to let that happen. That idiot died in such a pathetic scene. If there's anything I can do about it. I know she's going to yell at me for it. But it doesn't yet deserve the exquisite pleasure of death. I understand that you shouldn't approach because that's same. That idiot is causing explosions that could hurt anyone. So what's that damn Sinden doing? I'm leaving. Running from the screaming crowd. DIY project, look at me. I have some beads I need to throw away. Make crunchy slime. With a comment like that, the villain is sure to glare at me with a knife in his hand. Always. I carry one with me because I'm a sociopath. I throw it at the slime and hit it right in the eye. The slime screams. While releasing Bakugo, giving him a few precious seconds to breathe, Bakugo unleashes more explosions, but they turn him back on him. To capture. Before he can consider blinding him, Olm bursts in yelling, Detroit smash, making the idiot. It crumbles again. The interesting thing is that it rains afterwards. I must say that it is an impressive display of power. I can't deny it. I'm not stupid I don't care how stupid I am. After that drama, I sit next to the 3 pro heroes who didn't know how. Sticking your head out of your ass. That was very dangerous. You could have killed yourself. A professional hero exclaims, I think it's called armbands or something. It's time to dismantle the mentality of the pro heroes. Perhaps if they actually did something instead of worrying about who they support. If he were to cheat on his wife tonight, he wouldn't have 2 lives at stake. You heroes rely too much of its peculiarities. I get up, walk towards my bloody knife, pick it up and show it to him. See this? Anyone can use one with a little practice, and you can buy a complete package with forks and maybe spoons for the baby food for about 10. Peculiarities are not the solution to all their problems. I hope the 3 of them get a good grade for their arrogance, especially when the hero. From there he's praising him for using his quirk illegally. I should add, the same quirk that prevented them to do his job. Now, to tell the truth, Bakugo receives praise for keep the heroes at bay with their explosions, while I'm here getting into trouble for attacking. Legally a villain. Anyway, there are no laws for the Indian. He pointed at the reporters before saying, You'd better understand this. This needs to be known by everyone. Citizens. They have a right to know. One more thing. I look at the pro heroes with his gaze lost in his soul. I'm just an ordinary citizen like everyone else here. Even so, I had to come and do his work. I recommend that you fix your behavior or quit your jobs. Good morning, everyone. I'm running because I'm late for work. Damn idiots. I hope the divorce of D-Tarn get it in the newspaper. I'll hang that bitch on my wall as part of my memorial. I finished working on a couple. It took a few hours because the day was short. Now I'm walking home. Well, I was. Then Bakugo shows up to cause more trouble. Deku, I didn't need your help. The child screams. I told you he would scream at me. I'll be honest. I have no filter. Maybe I'll need one later, but I'll appreciate it now while I'm still pretty. I reply, unless you were looking for a demon to seduce you, you needed help. Now I have a family life to rebuild. Goodbye. You shouldn't apply to the UA. That's my dream. My dream is to be the only kid from this shitty school to get in. You'll die on the entrance exam, so do something useful and don't do what you want. Well, the usual. Anything else? There was no answer. I start to walk away, when Bakugo decides to open his mouth again. You know what? Maybe you should jump off a rooftop and hope he gets you a gift in your next life. Useless cue. Time to screw it up. I already tried, honey. God said he didn't want me back in his world, and Satan isn't ready for my ass. Besides, we might as well. Going back to the old days of the United States when racism was commonplace, because that's what's happening here. I suppose Japan has to have its moment. It's best if it does so with its own unique characteristics. I wonder if segregation will return. I'm getting off topic. See you at the exam, idiot. I say as I run away before Bakugo can chase me. 5 minutes later, I meet another man. Don't worry, I'm interrupted with a noise. I look for Almig, but while I was screaming, his damn self transformed into a skeleton. I'd say I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. Olm is the most skeleton man, the thinnest I've ever seen, and I say that because he's thinner than me. He just looks sad, and the blood running through his veins. My mouth isn't helping. I was right about the 3-hour limit. For me. Now I have. That I call 911. Olm looks at me surprised. I know a lot of shit, dude. No. I'm fine. Hey, you have blood on your face. I think we have different definitions, sir. Almig apologizes, wiping the blood off his face. Well, I'm here to offer you something. Izuku, can you become a hero? I'm willing to give you my quirk. I don't care anymore. I like where this is going. While I continue to ramble, Migan is called One for All. It allows me to accumulate power and pass it on to the next person. I'd like you to be my successor for One for All. This won't be easy, but I'll do it. You have inside you the heart of a hero. Izuku, will you accept my power? Well, I understand that this is. It's almost like a marriage proposal, and you're supposed to take it seriously. Obviously, I can't. You know that annoying girl in the friend group who always makes a scene? She leaves and then suddenly comes back to support you again. This is the definition of what Olm does. Let's see if I understand. With your gift, I can become a hero, but without it, I'm lost. I asked. This makes Olm back off. Hey, would you like my gift? Trying to avoid the question. Almig that. What, right? Well, I understand. I'm supposed to respect my elders. My mother tried. He tried to force me to accept it. It didn't work, but Almig disrespected me first because, therefore, I have the right to take revenge. I felt sorry for him when he started coughing up blood. I have some compassion, 1% compassion for him. Excuse me, All asks. I'm struggling to accept the truth. My previous statement was, I'm going to become a hero without a gift alone. So I can flip the bird to all the heroes who said otherwise, including you. It's possible. Just watch Almit. Walk past him. I wish you luck, young Izuku. God. Mine? It sounded so old with the young part. Hi, Mom. I'm going into the apartment. It's a simple apartment with all the rooms a normal place should have, including my bedroom. Mom answers here. Pazuku is in the kitchen. I go in and see my favorite dish on the table. Katsudon. My God, thank you for your blessing. I'm glad someone. She should feel sorry for me, because your father certainly didn't. That looks delicious, dear mommy. I tell her. I hugged her from the side while I took out the plates. We sat down, prayed a little. Although it doesn't work for me, we eat. While we eat, I'd like to describe Mom. Otherwise, you won't fully understand me. My mom is one of those very protective women who will try to limit you as much as possible. This leads Mom to believe that my lack of peculiarity is a disability. He tries to treat me gently, and I hate it. There's a reason why. I'm a rebellious teenager. Mom wants to support my dreams, but she doesn't want me to be in danger. That includes not. I want to be a hero. I love her so much, but damn it. She's one of the main reasons I'm going to be a hero in order to prove him wrong. Not having peculiarities is not a disability. In any case, I bet I can beat most of the kids with peculiarities at my school, and I have. I have to practice fighting somewhere. Mom looks at me with a worried expression before say, "So I saw you on TV. Oh my God, will you pick me up now?" No. Okay, so I know it's their job to worry, but come on. And I know nobody. I wasn't doing anything, but Olm was coming. You have to wait. Honey, what you did was dangerous. Technically, the life is always dangerous. I knock on death's door every time I pass by because I think it feels lonely. If you ever need to get out of a tight spot, do comedy. It might work 5% of the time. This time it didn't. Because she's giving me the evil eye. No, I'm leaving home for the weekend and I'm. You give them your phone number. Damn it. I give them my phone number. I say goodnight to Mom, and I try to go to bed. Well, let's be honest, that's not going to happen. I was born with the ability to sleep almost never, much to Mom's dismay. At midnight, I made sure Mom was asleep and I climbed out the window. Oddly enough, even though my mom is overprotective like a bear, she's never caught me doing many of the things I did. Things I've done. Don't ask me how. I just haven't. It's not like I'm hiding it, but no. We can be upset about that. If I ran away, I'd be dead. Getting back to the... Actually, I'm on Dagoba Beach, or for anyone else, at the landfill. I heard that. It used to be beautiful, but then it went to shit when the garbage started appearing. You'd think the government would. I'd take care of cleaning it, but no. Lazy bums. Oh well, someone has to do it. It's almost unbelievable what you find there. You can recover everything from broken mirrors to entire trucks at this place. Beautiful beach. I decided to start cleaning it because I have nothing else to do. Well, besides sleep. But I can't, so screw that. I'm cleaning smaller things right now, so I don't ruin my shoes so fast. However, I'm also looking for metal and any electronic items like cables. My habit. Getting a new one would be expensive, so I might as well recycle this stuff. I'm specifically looking for parts for that truck mentioned earlier because I really want to get it running, but it's a remote possibility. Perhaps I'll find a way. There are compelling reasons to clean the beach. The first, and it should be the main, priority is to build muscle. Yes, I have muscle, but I want more. The second thing is to say, the main thing is to be able to bring my date over and tell her, you know what? I cleaned this beach, baby, and the rest is history. Story. What a shame no one wants to go out with me, so the dream will never come true. What a pain. Damn. I was picking up a piece of plastic when I had to step aside to look for that scarf. It seems that I found Irasiriad, or as I call him, Shituda. We only know each other's first names because if they knew my last name, I'd be more likely to be arrested and prosecuted. I'm glad to hear you're not drunk. Grenade. Shituda, approaching me. A little compassion, please. It's been about 2. I haven't had a drink in months. I'm not an alcoholic either. Note the margin. I checked, and 3 have already passed. Uh-huh. Yes, I drank because I lived life to the fullest. Shout out. He comes closer to slap me, showing his red eyes and bristling hair just to scare me. I swear to God I'm talking. Seriously? Sudon deletes the emitter and transformation ones, so I can't do anything with it. I know he knows I don't have it. No talent. Getting back to the discussion. Shut up. It's midnight, in case you didn't know. You see, troubled girl. What are you doing here? He grunts. Cleaning the beach to ride a strict club. Wait a minute. That's the smartest thing I've ever said. I really am trying. Do you want to be a stripper? You have a nice body for that. He almost punched me in the stomach. If I hadn't dodged it. Too bad. We're in a fight now. Shoyuta is a challenge. I'm screwed. However, I am ready to give him trouble. I use the trash to reflect his scarf, and God is furious. I avoid him for 10 minutes before he finally grabbed me with his scarf, pulling me towards him with a withering glare. Erase read. He punches me in the stomach, and I bite my tongue before he lets go. I collapse to the floor in pain. I give him credit because it fell to me. Thanks for the warm-up. You're improving since you stopped indulging yourself so much. Why can't you face real villains? There aren't any around. Excuses. They throw me a bag of fruit. Just eat, brat. Bitch, I have a name. Do you want to go to the police station? I ran away last time. That's true. Shoutout took me to the police station when we first met because I was drunk. Apparently, I'm still smart. Even. I was drunk because I ran away. That happened a couple of years ago. Good memories. It's a shame I don't remember. They haven't caught me since then because I was wearing a mask that they didn't take off that day. And they were still trying to figure out my name. I don't know why I was wearing a mask, but bless my drunk. Because he's smart. I only know the whole situation because Shoyuta told me. Izuku eat. We'll complain about our problems later. Shout out grumbles as he pulls out his juice bag to eat. Thank you, Shituda. I say calmly for once in my damn life, and like the stupid bag, the relationship between Showa and I'm interesting. As I said before, the first time we met I was drunk. Obviously that means I don't remember anything. Let's review the first one. The first time I remember meeting him, going back a few months or so. After our first meeting, we didn't see each other for a few months. Anyway, it wasn't like if we were looking for each other. Why would I look for someone who sent me to jail? Not that I knew at the time. Going back to normal, I went out late at night because I got in trouble for something I forgot, so I ran away. I was searching through the trash can of an electronics store for parts for a project I was working on. I came out of the trash can with a small keyboard perfect for my project and was checking it out when I heard a shoe scraping the pavement. I turned around and saw it was Sighed. Remember, I didn't know his real name at the time. I recognized him automatically because I respect the man and his work. I decided, for once in my life, to try to be polite. Hello, may I? Why are you waiting for me with that creepy look? Well, maybe a little. I'm at work. I wonder why a child is rummaging through the trash can. Sighed, and I can see he's trying to be cautious. Hey, he could be a short adult, so prove it. Well, I can do that. I probably make the biggest mistake. Stupid. I take out a pack of cigarettes, light one, and start smoking it casually, all in front of a professional hero. The reward for being an idiot is mine, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Eraser eat. He sighs, comes closer, takes the pack and the cigarette from my mouth, and stubs them out forcefully. He was showing me his. Worth it, you idiot. Smoking isn't the way to do it, kid, nor is drinking. I know you're the same guy from a few months ago. Come on, let's chat for a while. Honestly, I've learned not to question my past self in that moment. I do what needs to be done when a stranger sweeps. My hero tries to take you somewhere, unaware that he recognizes me. You are not my dad, he yelled as I ran out with the keyboard still in my hand. What a shame. They caught me right after because of how slow everything was with her stupid scarf. Erasery drags me to the roof. Before letting go of me and sitting down, he looks at me. Sit down or go to the police. It's your choice. I may be stupid, but I'm a logical person. Believe it or not, there's no way I'll be able to escape this. Not even the police a second time. I sit next to him. You know this is very suspicious, right? Especially when one of us looks like a homeless person. Erasery certainly looks like one. Vagabond. His stubble, long, greasy hair, and rough clothes all point in that direction. Erase me. He glares. Why do you think I chose the ceiling? Well, I can congratulate you on that. Now you want. Answer my question about whether you were in a garbage dump? That's easy enough. I was looking for parts for my project. What kind of project requires such a small keyboard? I understand your point. It's barely bigger than my hand. The world's smallest laptop. Erasery stares at me with a strange expression. Seriously? Yes. Well, maybe I'm underestimating my intelligence. Because I often look quite stupid. Okay, then, why? You have babies, and you smoke so much? Those aren't habits, they're hobbies. There's a difference. Asking God to give me a peculiarity is a habit, and it's never going to happen. I got out of that phase, at least by the 6 years old. Drinking and smoking are pastimes because they're possible and done out of rebellion. Kid, you're going to destroy yourself. I already tried. God told me, stay down there. And Satan didn't even. He didn't even look me in the eye. That's shady. That's where my comedy comes from, with a garbage touch. Erasery sighs. You can tell he's getting frustrated with me. How about a deal? I want to make a deal with you. Of course. You complain about your problems, and I'll complain about mine. We can be the new gossipy sisters. If that makes you open up, fine. What's your name? Izuku. You? And only by my name. That way I guarantee they won't arrest me. Shout. And that's how we became friends. Best friends. Now let's return to the present. Present tense. This is going to. It might sound strange, but I'm the closest to Shituda. He's like a father, or rather a brother, but in this case, it doesn't work out. So, my father didn't abandon me when I was declared peculiar. He was the one who convinced me to stop drinking and smoking. Well, that part might be because it's my favorite. We just talked about our problems. This usually happens on quiet nights, like tonight. If there are no quiet nights, he seeks me out on his nights off for some reason. I tried to convince him otherwise, but he's too stubborn. He's the only man I'm constantly worried about because he's always tired. If he were like me, he'd understand. But he's not. What? How was your day, troublemaker? Shituda asked. He had just finished complaining. Present Mick, along with me, takes the prize for the most complained about man. It's almost impressive. Although I know there's more, because the drama queen always thinks there's more. Let's see. I ran into a slimy villain. I wanted to turn into Crispy Baba. Luckily, OL arrived before I got tired of it. While I was cleaning body parts, I asked him my usual question, and he said no. Sure. Then I found out that the same villain was. I had somehow escaped and caught my abuser, so I gouged out one of his eyes. I told him off about 3 heroes. Live professionals. Why didn't they help the idiot? Because they couldn't use their gifts. I went to work, I came back, and the abuser practically told me to kill myself. Oh, and Olm tried to backtrack regarding his previous statement, but screw him. Shoyuta looks at me. No. You can be so relaxed when someone tells you that. That's all you understood from the conversation. I understand you had a terrible day. But I have a question. What's your signature question? I never asked you that. What are you asking me? What would happen if a person without? Could his peculiarities make him a hero? No, show you to remain silent for A. Wait. You've already been asked that. I asked that question to all heroes because... Curiosity. Sigh. I was sure I'd asked him. I guess not. Damn it, I'm losing my memory and getting old. I give shout out a minute, and it sounds like him. Whoever takes the longest to respond. If they try hard enough. Yes, I stop. And Shituda notices it instantly when he looks at me. Hey kid, are you okay? I nod. Before answering. It's the first time I've ever gotten a yes to that question. Seriously, I nod. He seems frustrated. The people are arrogant. Shituda, I know, but I fight against those who have no gift. I simply take away their gift, and that doesn't work with mutants. No wonder the rate is so high. The risk of suicide without a gift is so high, especially considering what you're already going through. Shoyuta seems angry. You scream. Izuku, promise me something. If you want me to promise I'll never drink, chances are that's not going to happen. It's not. That's right, although I'd like you to. I want you to promise me that if you feel like it, you'll wait until I talk about it. Got it? I didn't plan this. God rejected me here for a reason. It's jokes like that. The ones that worry me. Izuku. Oh, you should go back to work. I don't want to. Go into God's hands. I'll see you soon, I promise. I need a stripper after everything. Shoutout can only grumble at that comment. Take it as a compliment. At least you know your support role. Shoyuta just shakes his head before leaving. Fed up with my stuff. I'll be honest. I can't help but feel safe. Don't ask me to explain my feelings. I've got that damned Arasuria on my side. He's not a man you should mess with, so I'm willing to accept it. Any day. Let me spill some tea, darling. Well, it's been 10 months have passed since that meeting. Believe it or not, it encouraged me to try harder. Does that mean Shuka knows? My dream? No way. I'm going to surprise him because I know he's a professor at the university I'm enrolling in. Gwa, it's the best hero school in Japan. So far, no one without a peculiarity has entered, but that will soon change. It is known primarily for having teachers of professional heroes, like our guy with Seri. No wonder he never sleeps. I hope I can force him to change. That's it. He's the only man I know who deserves it right now. The beaches. I'm cleaning now, but I don't have a girlfriend. I stay there to exercise or work on some inventions. I'll say that. It's beautiful. I'm glad to know I accomplished something before I die of stupidity. I guess. I still prefer the girl like all the princes in Disney movies. Oh, last one. Update before today. I haven't smoked or drunk for a year now, for some reason. To be honest, It crossed my mind when the date arrived. I only recognized it when Shoyuta pointed it out to me. Rewind, girls, it's been 2 or 3 months. Don't expect me to remember the dates. It was late at night and I was on the beach enjoying the view. I was angry at life. Well, life? Mom got mad at me because he realized I enrolled at the University of Arizona without telling him. Yes, you should probably tell him. Tell this stuff to your mother. Oh, and Ibukugo's an idiot as always. In short, a tough day. I wasn't paying attention as I rolled through the sand to avoid the damn scarf that's been on me for a couple of years. Life. To be honest, I'm surprised I even realized it was there, let alone that I had it. I dodged it. I guess my instincts are much better. Shoutout comes over and sits next to me as I get up. How are you, troublemaker? Asks. Damn. But hey, better on your side. I reply. I'm surprised you're not in a good mood because I am. She finally got some good heroin. Because it seems. Who needs it? I'm sorry, but it always seems to me that he's high. Because? Of course you are. It's time for you to back off. That meme is probably out. In the wrong place, but oh well. What? Did you seriously lose track of things? Damn troublemaker. Anyway, you've been clean for a year, right? The world. The whole thing stopped spinning for a moment. Seriously, it took me a minute to process it. Then, a huge smile spreads across my face. Yes, a genuine smile. Grab your cameras because it's possible. No, I can't believe it. They've cleansed of the many demons in my blood. I laugh like a sociopath. I turn to look at Shoyuta, and he has a strange smile spread across his face. Seriously, this makes him happy. I know my comedy. It's garbage, but damn it, he doesn't even slap me. Hey, Shotuta, what kid? Thank you. He looks at me surprised. I don't know if it's because I give him thanks or because I'm polite. You know your personality is awful if you think about why you're surprised. What? The pleasant part. Izuku, you did this on your own. I was just supporting you. I'm being honest with you, Shituda. If it weren't for you, I never would have stopped. Well, maybe I'm exaggerating. Seriously? I don't know. Maybe Mom will find out eventually. Or the police might arrest me. Either way, I'm not getting on a ride-on machine. Time and figure it out. Seriously, I agree. I don't think you realize how much you respect. It's Shituda's turn to be quiet. Then he smiles. Really? You need to be congratulated more often. You deserve it. With a mocking smile. He comes closer and hugs me tightly. I try to resist, but this idiot won't let go, so I hug him back. Until she's satisfied and lets me go. Shortly after, I use Germex because I'm a clean freak. I have no idea what he's been up to. Anyway, I'll probably wash with bleach when I get home. Good job, kid. Thanks, but I think the hug is unnecessary. You're going to ruin our damn street credibility. Language. Your attitude has ruined your credibility. I just have to get rid of it. From a student to get mine back. Yes. Shoutout gets rid of a lot of students. Screw you. You know you like hugs. As if I were going to tell you whether I like them or not. The next day I was in a much better mood. Okay, now let's get back to the present. It's the day of the UA entrance exam. Now that everyone is aware, let's go to UA. I'm nervous. No, I already dodged a punch from Bakugo. That bastard. I trust him. Pretty much in my abilities. Mom seemed reluctant when I left, but I give her credit because she wanted me to. Good luck. I know she's not comfortable with this, but I'm glad she's letting me do it. I made sure to pass a couple of things. That's why I'm carrying a backpack and some stylish ankle boots. In the backpack, I have my smallest laptop in the world. I have it officially set up as such, just so you know. A knife and a screwdriver. I have no idea what. It's the exam, but I have to use what I do best. Technology and knives. The UA is modern, so it has to. Is there any technology that can control it? The blade is in case we face real people in the physical exam. I hope no one dies there. The boots I made especially. For quick movements, but these aren't your average boots. Have you ever want to escape your troubles by rolling away? Me too. Now you can with these boots. You literally can. Rolling away from your problems. Oh! In my case, rolling towards them. They catch up. An illegal speed of 64 kilometers per hour, 40 miles per hour, which puts me far away from all these people. Incredibly strong and takes me straight to the back of the schoolyard to take me to the bitches there. Either way, I'm going to have a great time, right? Okay, then let's continue. Go ahead. The first exam is academic. It assesses your science knowledge, writing, math, and things like that. What a shame, it was so easy. The only problem was that the others were taking forever to finish. So I was dancing in my seat because I was too nervous. Sure, I could be checking my answers, but I know that if I'm checking and changing some things, I'm going crazy. I have to follow my instincts. We have a break for eat. And now for the fun part, the physical exams, the exams where I can use up this extra energy. We head into a huge hall with a stage, and I go to my seat alone, to discover I'm sitting next to Bakugo. Damn it, Deku Christ. What are you still doing here? He grumbles as he sits down next to me. For your good behavior, you'd normally burn me at this point. Anyway, I'm here to put on a show. That's all. Surprisingly, Bakugo falls silent when he sees everyone enter. Then my damn animal spirit enters the stage. Present, Mike. Hello, listeners, and welcome to the UA physical exams. Let me hear you shout, Present! Yes. I called out to my spirit animal, but no one else responded. How mean. They're not leaving the poor guy hanging. I understand everyone's nervous, but that's disrespectful. It's outrageous. Coming from me. Don't worry, I have a feeling. Even though I don't speak as loudly as you, I'll find a way to support you. My voice resonated, so I'm impressed with myself. Thank you. Examine the number. I'm not going to put my number because I didn't bother remembering it for the cover. It says, Present Mick, and I hold it up. The thumb. Continue explaining the instructions. Bakugo glares at me. While speaking, the basis of the exercise is that we fight against robots for 10 minutes. Each robot is worth 1, 2, or 3 points. It's easier than I expected, but it's also a terrible test design. This test would primarily be for anyone who can destroy. Anything goes, period. Sure, there are buttons to deactivate a robot, but you have to be a sigil expert, 15 years old or something like that. In short, this test is a disaster for anyone, except for destroyers like Bakugo and maybe someone invisible. In the middle of the explanation, some idiot decides. Interrupt. President Mick raises his hand, but doesn't wait to be called. Sir, you said there were 3 bots on the exam, but there are 4 on the sheet. If that's a mistake, it's unprofessional. From the U. The blue-haired kid keeps complaining, but I have a life. I'd rather not waste a single minute of my life with this idiot. Those precious minutes could have been used to take over the world. I cut his hair blue. Dude, no. He's finished explaining the instructions, and you still interrupt him before he's done. Introduce me. He's probably saving it for later, but I'm going to explain it to him. I gave him a grim look. You? I recommend you shut up and sit down before you bother me more and let Present me finish. Even I, with my lack of manners, I know I shouldn't do such silly things. I scared him enough to make him sit down before He told me to continue. He nodded, and I realized we had already connected. Sho is going to die, but he doesn't know it yet. Thanks, silly examiner, for your question. However, the listener is right that I will explain. The 4th. The bot is worthless. Now that I've finished the instructions, can I get a plus ultra? Shout. Present! To the audience. Sure. I'm still the only one who answers. While everyone else leaves, I stay seated so I don't get squashed. When most of them are gone now, I dance hip-hop at the end. As I was leaving, I felt a hand on my shoulder. I turned around and saw. Present. Mike, wait until the students have moved back a bit before speaking. Thank you for all your help. Little listener. I hate when students do that. However, I was asking if you felt a connection, I asked. Oh my God, he did too. Feel that feeling. That's one of the many gay things you'll read. Damn, I wasn't the only one. Oh my god, we all high-fived. Nobody else did. You'll understand, except for us and a few other people. I was wondering, why do you seem familiar? Eraserhead has you. He's talked about me. I have no idea what he's known as here, so I'll settle for his hero name. You're Izuku. I finally get to meet his secret son. I burst out laughing along with him. President Mig nodded. Then you can call me Azashi, since they use first names. Please come in for that we can govern the world with problems. I'll do it later. Izasi. Oh, and don't tell Shoyuta I'm here. He doesn't even know I want to be a hero, let alone this. It's okay. I'll be keeping an eye out. What a shame. I can't see Shotuta's reaction. Good luck. I run off waving to Izasi. My god, if I go in the world will go to hell. A genius with the most. The world's noisiest place, and with a connection that behaves as if they were gay. I'm sorry, world. We're at the training camp. While they prepare everything, I make sure it's ready. I realize it's a city, which means I have some advantages. I'm wearing my backpack securely fastened to my back and my boots are on. In fact, I stayed behind just so I could get through. Like a bastard in a crowd. They're going to think I'm clever. Then the guy who interrupted President Mikante is approaching. Excuse me, I shouldn't have material for this exam. The blue-haired guy cuts through the air like he's crazy, but I back away holding the papers. Dude, the principal approved them. Is there anything else you want to complain about? You're supposed to use You have the gift to show what you can do with it, right? You're supposed to show what a hero can do. Before the blue-haired boy can speak again, President interrupts him and... Yes! The doors open, and without thinking twice, I start running and go through The door is still open. Oh yes. I gave her the finger as I bolted out. Everyone's still standing there without react. Move, damn it. I have to go fast. I have to go fast. I have to go faster. 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 Okay, I'll be quiet. I'm planning this for the first time in my life. I'm speeding to the other side of town until I find a triple. Just what I need. I approach at full speed, too fast for the robot to pick me up. I press the button I turn it off and it locks. Perfect. I turn off my boots and run after the robot. I take out I use a screwdriver to open the back panel. Oh my god, that's complicated. Although this should only take about 5 minutes. I take out my laptop and connect it to the board before starting to program. I had only seen this program once when I complained to the government to see what they were doing, and it's supposed to be impossible. I'll sack him. Liars. It's time to show what I'm made of. Me. It took a little longer. Even so, I'm initiating the shutdown sequence. For all robots, so that's to be expected. The difficult part was finding a way to reach all the robots. Luckily, there was a code I recycled that allowed the robots to communicate with each other so they wouldn't accidentally collide. I hope it works. If not, it was pointless and I'll have to do something quickly. I turn on the code. I see a robot in the distance and suddenly it shuts down. I smile. Sufficiency. All robots should be switched off before I get up. I grab my things. I remember where the robot is before I put on my boots and take off. I see all the children. I'm panicking, but I can't help laughing. All the stitches have been removed. Please leave the arena. I hear a present being announced. That means there's a limited number of points per arena. Interesting. I wander around, making sure everyone leaves first. I ran into some students running. There's still a type of robot activated. The 0 pointers must follow. A completely different coding system from the rest. But I can't help wondering why. I make sure that everyone runs until I find a girl trapped in front of the one that keeps moving. All the others are cowards. They're running. I quickly approach her. Can you move? The girl shakes her head. Damn, I'm going to have to use my strength. I reckon I have a minute to. Do it. I'll remove the stones quickly. Please tell me you're not one of those crazy feminists. No, the girl replies. Good. I pick her up like a bride and leave. She shot out, clearing a path through the alleys. Thank goodness I decided to stay on the "wow, you're strong" track. That's right, I'm a Laraka. I'm glad to know I impressed someone. Izuku, you're so mean. It's a way of getting to know each other, but maybe we can be friends later. I reach the door efficiently. I take her with recovery so she can be cured. I see all the kids watching, but they can all get a pointy dick right now. Recoveragel quickly heals Uraraka while telling her to be more careful. I feel my fingertips and guess that's part of his gift. Thank you for your help. Could you give me your number so we can talk again, please? Uraraka asks. I think she might be the first girl who's been nice to me, besides my mother. Sure. Do you need me to? Want me to walk you home or something? I ask as I give her the number. No, I'm... Okay. Thanks for the offer. See you later, Izuku. Uraraka says as she leaves. Running. Today is a good day, actually. Shutuda, on the other hand, isn't having a good day. Actually, exam days are never good. Shout out. He's in the camera room observing the students and deciding if they're worth keeping, although that doesn't rule out all those who shouldn't be heroes. At the beginning of the exam, he noticed that only one boy crossed the threshold without anyone else noticing. She said it, but doesn't attach much importance to it. She appreciates a boy with quick reflexes. To be honest, he forgot about him. Then all the robots shut down. At first, Shoutout thought he had. It was a system error, but it was later revealed that a child was responsible. My goodness, he managed to deactivate all the robots, even the ones that weren't in the field, exclaimed the director excitedly. The UA. Nizo is a kind of dog, rat, and bear, just so everyone can imagine him. The cameras moved to show the boy with fluffy green hair holding a dismantled robot. Izuku Shua didn't know he wanted to be a hero, much less take the exam. He's surprised by what he did. He's not. He's excellent at playing dumb, but he's intelligent. What does surprise him is only a small figure beside him. He starts coughing up blood. Do you recognize him? Yaji, Niza asks curiously. Shoutout had to sit up to hear him. He looked uncomfortable before nodding. Yes, he helped me with the villain. Slime both times. He managed to keep the slime in one place, waiting for a hero to appear and finish it off. Then he asked me if I thought someone without a gift could become a hero, and I said no. Everyone in the room. They remained silent as he continued. Later I encountered him, and I must say his language is quite vulgar, with a dark sense of humor, but said he was going to become a hero so he could make fun of all the heroes that they said he couldn't. Showa shakes his head. That sounds like Izuku. However, no. He can avoid getting angry with Almig, the #1 hero. By saying that, Nizu. Shoutout. You know him too. Shoutout nods. I'm close to him. When I found him, he was drunk because he used to drink and smoke. I took him to the police station, but he managed to escape. A few months later, I found him again. I managed to keep him sober for a year. He can go a while with me without drugs because he's fast. Like you saw. No. I knew he was going to do this, but it doesn't surprise me. He's probably trying to surprise me. I'm just asking you to stay away from Namuri and Zashi. Those three will turn this school into a living hell. Niza got the message. Wrong. Sounds fun. He'll be an interesting student. Let's see. New opens the Izuku's files. Megariya. Izuku constantly causes trouble, but he's a genius at playing dumb. He has nothing special about it. There's not much here. I'll have to ask Midoriya himself. I say he earned his right to be here. Director nephew, sir, asks Kinom. Yes. Are you sure we should let him in? May I ask your worries, Almig? Well, he has no talent. They even say he has addiction problems. Shout Out needs to bite her tongue. She'll have to tell Izuku later. Niza thinks for a moment before answering. We're here to help students become better people. He's been sober for a year, so he's obviously trying to get better. If he ends up causing problems, I'll send him to rehab. Support department, as she has a fantastic ability to get what she needs. However, I deny that. That happens. The exam was torn. He deserves to participate just for that. Shout Out sighs before nodding. Shout Out senses there will be another discussion about this later. However, for now, he can say that he is proud of Izuku for having achieved it, even having caught the principal's attention. I should be fine with my condition. It's been 2 weeks since the UA exam, and I can say I haven't done anything useful. Why? Because I've been stuck in this fucking house for 2 weeks. Mom decided I needed. She punished me for not telling her I was going to take the exam. She decided to wait until now, when I'm not out of the house as much, to do it. I've been trying to be a good kid. Hell, not even. I've made night trips. Jesus, being as polite as she is, surely knows where. Aim with your punishments. I guess you have to know that when you have to deal with my ass 24/7 days of the week. Anyway, I'm going to check my mail because I need to get out of this prison, and I discover I have a letter from the UA. I quickly run inside, giving the rest of the mail to Mom before heading to my room. I sit down. I'm at my desk, taking a deep breath as I open it. A small disc pops out of the card and a projection opens. I'm here! M shouts through the damn device. Where's the volume button? I look around, ignoring Almig before discovering there isn't a single one. Damn it. Thank goodness it's from Day. Otherwise, the neighbors would be yelling. It's time to listen to what Superman, the copycat, has to say. Young man. Midoriya, you passed the academic part with honors. In fact, with a perfect score. Yes, I am intelligent. I only pretend to be stupid because an intelligent person is more likely to be robbed than a stupid one. As for, you also passed your physical exam with honors, achieving the highest score ever seen in the school, 286 points. Welcome to Class 1, to your Hero Academy. The projection will automatically turn off. That's a lot of points, but I discovered through programming that there are a total of 500 points available for you. All the students should pick them up. We don't care about that. I just managed it, and I also beat up Bakugo. Well, time to tell Mom. I'm going out, and I find her at the table looking at me expectantly. I did it, Mom, I tell her. You should have seen my mother's surprised face. She comes over and gives me a big hug. Well done, darling. At least not. She has nothing against it. I think she knows I'll do it anyway. Mom, I know you're against it, but I'm going to. I'm grateful you didn't tell me not to. I need to do it for future generations, for the first time. I'm serious. I understand, darling. You're aware that you have to prove yourself. You are worth more than the others, right? I'm fully aware of that, Mom. I know I can't do anything to stop you. I want you to be aware of the risk. I realize there are other things to do. I take a deep breath, feeling the anger rising inside me. I shouldn't be angry about this. Mom, I already know. You don't have to keep telling me. I know. That worries me. You know it's a mother's job to worry. I sigh, but I'm sitting down. I love you, but at least try to trust me, please. I will. I suppose there will be difficult times, but we will make it. It's nighttime, and I decided to escape because the house is suffocating me. Anyway, I can't stay still or sleep. It's almost It's midnight, so the stars are shining down on me. Oh yes, I'm at the beach again. Anyway, I decide. I should write to Uraraka because it's not that late, right? Me, hi honey. How? Is that how life goes, Gravity Girl? Why do you have to flirt with me? It's embarrassing. Well, maybe I do it on purpose because she's cute and has personality. I can't flirt in real life. It always seems to end up being offensive one way or another. Gravitigal. Brilliant. I got accepted into the hero course. Class 1. To you? Me. Same here. That means that we have a class together where I can bother you. Gravity Gel. That's rude, Izuku. It's only rude if the person I'm making fun of is a fool. In fact, I'm trying to be appropriate. Yes, shoot me, Gravitigal. That's not very nice. Believe me, you'll change soon. Poor innocent soul. Especially if you're in class with me, Gravitic Gel. I hope not. Anyway, it's time for bed. Good night, Izuku. Me, good night, bitch. It's only midnight. Did they? Don't normal teenagers stay up until 2 or something? I guess I can't blame her. A girl. She needs to sleep well, especially if it only happens once a month. I can respect a woman who bleeds for a week a month. So I'm willing to help. There's no reason to be ashamed. The truth is that I'm surprised I didn't cause much trouble in that conversation. It did help keep me occupied a little, but thinking. The previous conversation makes me think about how things could have gone. I'm glad I didn't get angry. I'm considering relapsing into my drinking problem. Okay, it wasn't really an addiction, but I still want to drink. Before, it slowed me down, so I wasn't completely unhinged and could sleep for a couple of hours if I was lucky, but I can't now. No. After all the nonsense I went through to get rid of it, I was too lost in thought when I felt a scarf approaching. Unlike usual, I grabbed her and pulled her towards me. It took me a moment to realize who she was. Shout Out recovered quickly as he approached, noticing my mood instantly. What kind of? Did you come out of hell? He asked. What are you talking about? I'm already in on it. You did receive the letter from the right seat. You know they accepted you, right? I nod again. What's wrong? Just some complications with my mom. She looks at me surprised. I never talk about her because she's not a bad mother. Me. He's obsessed, for God's sake. That takes a lot of invisible guts. I want a better relationship, just like anyone else. However, I suppose that would then create another problem because the world is too complicated. You never talked about your mom. She's a good mother. We only disagree on a few things. For example, he doesn't fully support my dream of becoming a hero, but he tries. That seems to pique their interest. Why? Nothing unusual. It's a little. She's protective of me because of my personality. Being single doesn't help, so she's one of those overprotective mothers. You can blame her for what you do. I couldn't if she knew. Somehow, this seems to make Shoyu to look directly at me. Are you telling me she doesn't know anything of this? Why would I do that? I'm an overwhelming child. She's learned to trust me in certain things. Isn't this taking advantage of their trust? He gave me my heart skipped a beat. I'd never thought of it that way. Maybe I can win a battle, but I'm hopeless at this. Ah, yes. That probably sounds like something I would do. Better to be honest. Are you aware of what you're doing? You're trying to make me look like a sociopath. You're probably right, Shituda. More or less. Well, we both know how bad I am at this. I guess it's because of me. My own sanity. Isn't this where your brain compensates for your stupidity in social interaction? No, I'm still a disaster. Do I have to have some flaw, or am I supposed to be the original character? What? Oh, shit. I need a flex seal to fix that. New track. I don't want to talk about this. Shoyuta just shakes his head. And then my little cap. Yes, I was hoping he'd mention it. Now he has my last name. Of course I already knew. His for some silly reason, but he doesn't know it. What a shame for him, because I have a connection too. Yes, I already knew. You'd find out, but I have a much worse fate in store for you. Shoutout seems curious. What, kid? I'm at Azasi. Shituda suddenly stiffens. You didn't do it, bitch. Yes, I did. I did it. We had a connection and everything. He even told me to come over so we could make a scene and make it. This world is going to collapse. Damn it, Izuku, please think about it. Well, before you end up with Azashi in jail. Sho begs you. My god, what? This is nice. No, unless you become the stripper at my club. Shoyuta shakes his head, gets up, and starts walking toward the water. I get up, grab him by the waist, and pull him. I lift him up and carry him back to the arena. How the hell can you lift me, kid? She asked, starting to make a scene. I exercise. Not just smart. You know what? I lowered it. He stared at me before punching me in the stomach. Damn, what hurts? I made him. An obscene gesture before I sat down next to him again. Yes, I'm surprised that. You're so smart. You literally ruined the exam. Shituda complains. You should have thought more about who you were asking to let them in, since not all those being examined had enough time. It's your fault for making it too easy and messed up. Seriously, only my abuser and my invisible people can. To achieve it. Oh my god. Does anyone understand me? What if we both complain? With new, you can do it yourself. I won't face the bear. Wait, Neo is the rat. My director is a rat. Shoutout laughs at my expression. Yes. Are you going home tonight? Someday. I'm going to enjoy relaxing in this beach. The weather's nice. Maybe I'll take a dip to cool off. Unless you want to get arrested, you can come to my house tonight. Silence pervades the entire beach. Only one. They hear the waves. Then I get up. I appreciate the offer, but I don't want them to. They might catch me. Besides, I don't want to see your house with you walking like that. I tell him. I have my principles. If you clean, I'll let you stay as long as you want until I get a date. Unless you get approved, Shituda replies. At least now I have a place to live. I deny that you'll have one. Appointment soon. Teachers don't earn enough money. No offense intended. I'm a professional hero too, and I'm not done yet. You don't act or look like a man either. You look like a bum and a complete mess that men will have to fix. Who said I like men? Maybe for some reason I have the secret ability to tell who is gay. He expects Kirk to be perfect. Gaidar. This Kirk helps him discover who he is. Gay. Definitely better than my other fake idea of Kirk. Loudmouth. This kid isn't gay. She knows when to keep her mouth shut and doesn't believe in censorship. I did it, and don't lie to me. I already have an idea of who you like. You like me too, but I won't say. Damn it. Izuku, what do you think of this? Come to. Take my apartment tomorrow morning and clean it. That way you can leave the house and burn off some energy, and I'll have the house to myself. Clean. If I can convince my mom. Sure. Okay. Let me write my address. Oh, don't worry about that. I already know where you live. You should take care of your life and we need to reinforce police security because this is bullshit. Shoutout sighs. Why were you looking there? I was bored. Whatever. Then, having said that, I run back home to do something. So I managed to convince my mom to let me volunteer in the village. I'm delighted with the volunteering. I mean, technically it's volunteering because I don't get paid for it. And Shituda, your house. It's a disaster, and I forbid you from bringing a man here. I know it's hard, but I'm cleaning it up, so it's not going to happen. Nothing. Thanks for the harsh reality. Can you understand this? I have to go to work at the UA. Do whatever you want, as long as you don't destroy the place. It'll do. See you later, Migorilla. Izuku. Damn, I'm willing to. Accepting a troubled child at this time. That's sad. Welcome to the reality. Shut your mouth. I look around and wow, this is going to get me all day long. However, I'm willing to do it for Shituda because he puts up with my nonsense. He deserves a day of slavery unless I find a condom. Then I'll be a queen of the drama all day long. Well, this place is worse than I thought. I'm a guy. Impeccable, which means my room is too tidy and clean. This place hurts me emotionally, physically and mentally. I wasn't kidding when I said it would take me all day. I started through the kitchen. But I'm really worried about Shituda's health, because there's a damn MO under the dishwasher. This is not healthy at all. I'll complain after I clean this whole place. Shoutout told me I'd be home on time, though I didn't expect him to be there when I got back. I tell him silly things, because I'm still cleaning. I decided to go to the store to buy cleaning supplies and food for the man because I didn't have any. Nothing. I'm going to have to teach him to take care of himself. I don't care if they give me a punch in the stomach for that. While I was cleaning, I decided to give him a katsudon for dinner because ramen noodles aren't the answer to life. I'm glad the school switched me to classes at home instead of ethics classes, which I always failed, or else we'd be dead. I'm in the kitchen when I hear the door opens. Good heavens, Shituda, for once in your short life your house is clean. It's not Shituda. Is it already? And so soon? Yes, that's not my job. Izuku calls me Shituda. In the kitchen, Dad. I hear laughter in the background as he comes in. Shituda punches me in the stomach, knocking me down. I'm surprised I don't have any bruises yet. Shit. Abuse. I even made you dinner. Then my man enters the room. Izuku, Izasi, I'm recovering. Faster than Almig saved me. I get up and run towards Izasi to hug him. Damn it, I thought you'd have left by now. Besides, how come you two are so close already? You won't even let me hug you. I can barely hear Shituda. I step back to look at him. I say, Shituda, The house was a dump, sir. It was full of dirt and cobwebs. I see Izasi trembling beside me. While I continue. You had the cheapest and worst provisions in the house, so I went to get you something better. You can keep it. Consider it a gift. I also bought you food because you can't live on noodles. Ramen. Shituda. He shouted the last part. Oh, and dinner's ready, so he's already in the living room. Izasi bursts out laughing as he drags Shoyuta into the living room before beating me up. I prepare dishes for the three of us, and I take them to the living room, giving them to the men on the sofa before sitting down on the other side of Shoyuta, who is in the center. I start eating while watching Shoutout, and I can see how he opens his eyes wide as he eats quickly. Thank you, little listener, for the food and for clearing things up for Shituda. I've been trying to do this for years, he says. Izasi. Sure, you just have to force him, I reply. And Shoutout glares at me. Look. By the way, where did you learn to cook? This is the best katsudon I've ever made. I tried. Oh, I kept failing ethics class, so they made me take homeschooling. Yeah. If he spits out his drink laughing. Seriously, are you that bad? Yes, too. It seems you're not supposed to tell a kid who failed to accept it and get over it. Showa shakes her head at a sign of disapproval. Why are you lying to yourself? You'd do the same as me, only without smiling. Shituda finishes eating, puts down the bowl, and sighs. How am I? Did I sleep with you too? Why do you love us? Izasi and I answer the same. Some time before our eyes light up, and we reach over Shituda's head to high five. 5. I'm starting to believe this connection exists. Maybe if I pick it up again. I told you so. Oh God. Well, anyway, thanks for cooking and cleaning my house. Izuku. I reply, no problem. I collect the men's dishes and clean up quickly before waiting in the door. Both men look at me. Showa catches my attention. Oh, Izuku, I have something. What can I say? Damn, we're literally going to be gossipy sisters. What? I'm only telling you this because it involves you. Ol is a teacher in your year and tried to convince Nizutu. He rejected her for not having the talent. Oh, and I heard what happened to her. Well done. Take a deep breath. Izuku, are you telling me he's going to become a teacher and not even give up his role as a hero? The same. An idiot who can only work 3 hours a day. Thinking about it, how much time has been reduced after the slime incident? Izuku, how do you know? Stalker tendencies based on investigations. And I formulated that theory. I only confirmed it when he met me after that same incident. With the slime. I should have known. You should have done it. Yes. Then the silence fills the room. Damn it. You're smart, kid. He affirms. Izasi. Don't encourage cursing, GRN Shituda. I hope so. Damn, just to put it as. The nerves. Are you going home or not? Yes. By the way, don't worry about me. I have things to sort out before UA. I want your number in case you get into trouble. Me too, Izuku. I sighed, giving my number to both men. Jesus, that sounded very rainbow-colored. But anyway, when I was. Just as I was about to leave, I felt a hand on my shoulder and turned to look at Shituda. If you ever need a place to calm down, you can come here. Oh, how sweet. I understand. Stop worrying. They call me Cook for a reason. I don't know what it means, but it sounds epic. I wave goodbye to both men and head off. I've been somewhat reluctant to go to this house. I've been confined to it for almost 2 months during the holidays. I've kept my distance. Moms. Although I'm no longer under house arrest, I'm busy with things I can only do at home. I'm getting my gear and everything else ready for my hero costume. I can't let it be garbage. Mom is a good woman to exchange ideas with if I need simple phrases instead of my disorganized thoughts. In general, I think it turned out well. I worked on a new team using the trash I found in my room, since you never have enough equipment. Mom still hesitates to let me go, but she gave me a hug and wished me good luck. That's all I can ask. Anyway, freedom, bitches. Now I'm fucking screwed. Honest. Once I was a certain distance from the house, I screamed. I ran to that school. I even got there first. Well, right now I'm in a classroom by myself. I adjust the stupid tie and am about to take off the suction cup. I need a distraction. I take out my mini laptop and I'm starting to look for a new language to study. At first, I made programs, but I have so many at my fingertips. I can learn any new language when I need to, with what I have. Now I do spoken language. I've learned several sign languages because they're easy: English, French, to flirt with girls, and German to sound angry. I'll probably never use anything other than sign language in English, but anyway. This is what it happens when you have too much free time. I decided to try learning some Korean because why not? I was too focused because suddenly I felt someone walking beside me and I looked up. Damn it, it's him. The blue-haired guy from the entrance exam. Oh my god, take me now. No, that. Screw you. Anyway, I looked into it because it sounded familiar and I was right. It's family. Ida and Ingenium's little brother. I like ingenium, but how on earth can you create this with such a sibling? Extroverted? Hi, I'm Ida Tinja and your new classmate. I must say that in the exam, you knew what you were doing to get the highest possible score and save the girl in the end, even though you didn't. He would tell. However, I must say that your language is vulgar and should be approved if you are a hero, he exclaims. Blue-haired boy. Why? You know, I can respect such a comment. Direct. If that were the case with everyone, we would have peace and harmony. But no, the people are too weak to accept the truth. Hey buddy, did you fail too? Ethics? He asked excitedly. That's another reason why I failed. I was too. Direct. No, I never took that class. However, I come from an academy that didn't. I'm listening. Wait, are you telling me that only my damn school has the classes? Anyway, they weren't effective. So why do we have them? Everyone passed except me, including Makugo. They were idiots too, but at least I can fight them. No offense, but yes, I must ask what these classes consist of. Oh, and a name, which you seem to have forgotten. Better to amuse him. I noticed he was making a strange cutting motion with his hands. Me. I'm asking if I'd put a log under his hand and whether he'd cut it or not. Free firewood. Izuku, well, he's supposed to teach you how to act. For example, what are you supposed to? What should you do when a child falls? Are you going to help them? Of course you make sure that they're okay. And if not, you seek enough help. Oh, I'm not saying they should. Endure and face it. If they cannot recover, they are not destined to be part of the world. Social Darwinism. Friend, for those who have no idea what social Darwinism is, it's a social ideal of Herbert Spencer. It doesn't help to. People are left to fend for themselves. For example, donations aren't made to the homeless people. If they die, so what? That's incredibly hard. I must. To ask, however, is it your first name or your last name? Is a question. Common. You bet. I couldn't care less about social customs. Stop. Never swear. Oh dear, I'm going to get myself into trouble. I forgot how much of a blabbermouth I can be. Before an argument could begin, an unlucky student walked in, and Ida ran over to greet them and the student. He looked at me strangely. Your problem, not mine. I went back to work for a few minutes. About 5 minutes before class, I put away my laptop before an angry boy approached and started blowing it up. The desk. Luckily, Niza got there first and got an indestructible desk. Deku, how the hell did you get in here? Kugo yelled. Didn't he know he was going to? To be here? Oh, this is going to be fun. Language, says Ida. But let's be fair. For a moment, it's simply annoying. Easy. I just left one of the bots and I activated an emergency shutdown for everyone. It's better this way because there's no collateral damage and fewer lives lost. I'm playing. I'm explaining. The whole class is staring at me. A guy with arms made of duct tape. He says, wait, was it you who did that? I thought it was a system failure. No way. That code was perfectly written and the robots were perfectly built. I simply modified it. Fun fact, it's the same code the government uses. How do you know what government coding is? A girl with a professional body asks. Pretty, perfect face, and a long black ponytail. That's my girl. You always have to question men. Getting back to the point, I know because I've seen them before. What? The whole class is shouting. As if I killed an animal right in front of them. Calm down, shit. I don't want to. I don't want my eardrums to burst so early. At least wait until the afternoon. Anyway. Yes. They never caught me. We have to suspect the government, but I won't say anything about what's going on there. The whole class is left in Silence, probably scared of me. Nail. Yes. Be afraid of me. I am the world's scariest kid. Hey, Izuku. Uraraka enters at that moment. Smiling. That's where my credibility went. Hey girl, how are you? Ready for the pain and suffering? That's a bit too dramatic, isn't it? Oh yes. If only you understood, darling. Innocent cinnamon roll. Now everyone. You'd better sit down before the teacher arrives. I'd rather not test anyone's limits. Everyone nods, doing what they're told. Wow, I can be the boss for once. Well, except Bakugo. Don't think you're the best. You'll be dead meat wherever you stand. Explosions erupt near my head, leaving marks on my uniform, but I don't flinch. The only thing that crosses my mind is, my head is, damn, that's going to be a pain to clean. Honey, I already tried. God, he said. Stay down there and Satan won't look me in the eyes, Chan. I say with a soft, dark voice. He doesn't even bother to answer. He sits across from me and stares straight ahead. Izuku, I don't think that's the best thing to say. And Chan, you should respect your colleagues. Ida decides to intervene. Bad move. Shut your mouth. 4 eyes. My name is Bakugo. No, get it. Deku calls me that for some damn reason. Stop it. They curse. They fall silent. The whole class is quiet when they see a yellow bug on the floor. No, it's not a. That's Shituda in a yellow sleeping bag. Squeaky. Shit. Shout out is my damn teacher. I don't know who to feel for or think. I'm sorry in advance. We're all going to die of boredom or stupidity. Shout out crawls out of his sleeping bag and continues. Anyway, I'm your teacher. Call me Sensei or Aizawa Sensei. Now change and gather around with me on the field. If they take more than 10 minutes, I'll send them off. Shout out looks at. Before the students gave me a particular look before leaving, I received the message. Shituda. The man. You won't believe me, but we also have a connection. He just ignores it, the very idiot. Everyone runs to the locker room while I follow them. When I go in, everyone's talking. I take off my uniform, revealing the sportswear I was wearing underneath because I trust them. And I leave. I run to the field. I arrive in less than a minute and approach Shituda. He looks me up and down. Stay down as I approach him. Relax. Just because he hasn't answered you or hasn't done something silly doesn't mean that I got beaten up. I say with a wide smile. Yes, you're furious, but you can't blame me when it's already been 2 months. Shout out replies bluntly. Well, yes, I can. I'm not upset. It means you miss me. There was no response. Oh my god, someone misses me. I miss you too, Shituda. I get punched in the stomach and fall. Knees on, trying not to vomit. You need to calm down, Sensei or Aizawa. Sensei. I know it's too difficult for you, so you can do it alone with Aizawa Izuku. Screw society. Why are you allowed to use my first name then? I am the master, and any moment of control you have over yourself, I'll take advantage of it. Don't you realize how dramatic you're being now? Go there and be an example. You're asking me, the guy who failed ethics 3 times, to set an example. Are you drinking, Aiza? Me. I move like he asked before I end up with bruises. No, and you couldn't get any. Even if I could, it would have made my life easier and less hyperactive. We'll talk about it after school. Come on. The joke wasn't that bad. Damn it, I was about to reply. But I saw the students coming, so I kept quiet. Shout out nodded. And when everyone arrived, Shoyuta spoke. Change faster. You don't even have a... Not a minute to lose. Now let's do a feature assessment test. Something I don't have at all. Great. Uraraka asks. What about the Ceremony? I can see the glint in Shituda's eyes. You've messed up, Uraraka. Heroes don't have time for social gatherings. If you want to go, you can leave the class and leave this school. The UA is known for giving. We give our teachers academic freedom, which means we can do whatever we want. Got it? Everyone. We nodded and he continued while throwing a ball at Bakugo. Bakugo, how far could you throw a ball in? Secondary? 72M, Bakugo says contemptuously, and I have to squeeze my middle fingers to bring them down. Try to use your gift now, but don't leave the circle, says Shituda. Backing up, Bakugo prepares. Die! Bakugo screams as the ball explodes. Too dramatic. Shoutout displays a small monitor. 705M, unable to use. Public displays of peculiarities are illogical, since it's part of what we're supposed to do. Now let's go. I don't have all day. Oh, they kicked the last one out. Well, I have nothing to work with. Well, to paraphrase, I have my strength, my mini laptop, a screwdriver, and my backpack. I should have asked if I could use my tools, but I'm going to use them anyway. The class is panicking, which is a shame for them. How childish. The first event is the 50-meter sprint. I drop my backpack a moment before running. Thank goodness I have anger issues that I always have to keep under control, because I run when I'm angry. My time is 543 seconds. I'm in. It's average for everyone, so it's not bad at all. Next up is the grip test. It's digital, so I already know what. I sit down, take out my laptop, and control it to lift 200 kilograms. The class. She looks at me strangely, but Showa puts it down as my score. She tells me I still have to do it so she can. I did a physical count and got 70.2 kilograms. Next up is the long jump. Without doing anything. Once again, I'm officially taking it to infinity, but I had to do it without him, and I barely made it over. From the sandpit with a somersault. The repeated sidestep is useless, and I did barely above average because I'm used to drifting from side to side away from Sho. I'm Bakugo. The next step is the release of the ball, and this is where the drama begins. I managed to get the ball back in by making new shots. I could have done it indefinitely, but Uraraka already did. She deserves a special moment. I look and see Bakugo. He was running towards me with explosions in his hand. I got up, grabbed my laptop, and prepared to run when they grabbed him. With a ribbon. I look and see Shoutout holding Bakugo, his eyes glowing. Shit. He's using his. Quickly, Shoutout says grumpily to Bakugo. Calm down, my eye is dry. No, why do they let Deku cheat like that? A charity project shouldn't. It's tough here. And then a student decides to speak up. Bakugo has reason. Why is he allowed to cheat like that? It's unfair. He should use his. Dawn, says a purple-haired boy. I tremble with anger. I'm about to explode. I look at Shoutout, and I wonder mentally if I can speak. Shoutout nods slowly, letting go of her gift. I look from new to Bakugo. Because you're pathetic enough to believe life will always be fair. The class. She remains silent. Okay, I'll continue. In the real world, there is no cheating. Villains don't care about your morals. They care about getting the job done. If you cry, like a child because things don't go your way, I tell you to go back to preschool, but they're like that there too. Unfair. You can't escape reality. If you complain that someone is cheating you, it's more valuable than you don't give it up, because if you're a true hero, you balance it out. If you believe in cheating and try to hold back, quit. Work with what you have, or let the person you're trying to save die because of your morals. He yelled at everyone. Lung. I take a deep breath before continuing. Life will never be fair. Less They've been taught to believe the world is perfect and that they only have to fight villains, but it isn't. I launched the ball, scoring 86 meters before passing by, remembering, oh, one more thing. I don't have a gift. Don't think that having a gift guarantees you victory. I arrived at first place thanks to my skill, crawling through hell and back to perfect my skills. What they have is talent, something they're given, but they need to practice it. They need to perfect it. Like my skills. I growl. I'm done. I step back in line, and they release Bakugo. Everyone is silent. Good, they should be. Let them reflect. Seriously, at this point I don't care if I have friends or not. Izuku is right. Now get back to work before you make him angry again, he says, shout out bluntly, with a touch of sarcasm. Not even. They don't even realize he used my first name. The rest of the test consists of long-distance running, abdominal exercises, and toe touches. In the long-distance race, due to my anger, I kept running until the point to beat Ira, a man with a peculiar running style. He wasn't jogging either. He was running at full speed. I kept running until Shituda, worried that I was going to faint, grabbed me with his scarf to make me stop. The same with the abdominal exercises that forced me to stop again. As for the touches of toes, there aren't many ways to express Mira. At the end of the test, Shoyuta puts the ranking in the board. I'm third. What the hell? I'm drunk. I smoked too much. I'll take a breathalyzer test. No, I'm clean. Everyone tells me. They stare, wondering what the hell I did. Simple. I used my brain. A much more complex organ. More powerful than his quirks. Idiots. At the bottom is Mineta, that purple guy from before who complained that I cheated with Bakugo. Mineta's crying, and he deserves it. I'm one position behind. Above Bakugo, because screw him with the grenade. Shoyuta speaks, making a mild comment. That's what happens when you underestimate someone. Go change. Go back to class and pick up your program. Don't cause trouble. Oh, and no one will be expelled. Sho leaves, and I quickly leave the group behind alone. I found Uraraka following me. Uraraka gave me a big smile. You did great, Izuku. Excellent speech and all. You'll be a great hero. That's a complete 180-degree turn. Seriously, I have to ask to make sure he's not pulling my leg. Yes. I smiled back at him. Uraraka. Thank you. Only 2 other people have told me that. I'll cheer you on too. You're not as ignorant as most of the class. We're going to change, and then we'll go back to class. Today has been a day. Exciting. All the students are afraid of me, and that's wonderful. Sarcasm. At least I have my girl Uraraka on my side. Most classes are boring. I'm doing fine. Modern literature was cement because I had to read it every time I got into trouble with Mom because they took everything away from me. Electronic devices. Math is easy with ectoplasm. You have to be good at math if you're obsessed with programming. Things got a little funny in class. Modern hero art history with Mink because he looked at me and we connected, although we couldn't recognize it during them. However, she winks at me to let me know she feels the same way. I'll have to go find her in my course. Free time. The really fun class is English, something I was usually bad at. That's where it is. My boyfriend introduced me. Well, I thought he was bad. Turns out I speak it fluently and I surpass him. Everyone in our class. That meant that instead of learning how to say hello, I ended up gossiping with Azashi in English. So nobody knows what we're talking about. That's when I started complaining about what happened this morning. Now let's get back to. The reality is, you're telling me that one of the boys almost attacked you during training because. Did you consider what you were doing to be cheating? Azashi asked, looking at me suspiciously. I approached and stood there, next to him on his desk. Keep in mind that all of this is in English, so the students have no idea what we're talking about. Yeah, and you yelled at them that life isn't fair and that, basically, they'll shut up and accept it. A perfect summary, my friend. Izasi laughs, shaking his head. Seriously, are you Shituda's son? Showa and I always fight, we have opposing personalities. Wait, you two had a fight? Yes, without drugs. Apparently, I can last 10 minutes against him. I feel like the others. The guys are watching me, but I keep staring at Izasi. Do you realize I can't last 5 minutes against him? Seriously? Well, that was to be expected. You have a super slow move that you'd have to use early on to knock out as many people as possible, while Shituda is like a glass tank. As long as he's not hit, he'll keep going. Being a tough guy, right? Although you realize that the classes will change. Why? Principal Nizu is demanding that we do. There's a reason for surprise exams. If a student excels, they're moved to more appropriate classes. I didn't do very well on any of them, so don't worry. Izuku, you literally got a perfect score on mine. Shit. So no more gossip. Yeah, I'm sorry, little listener. Are you going to stay after class so we can come up with plans to take over the UA? Maybe she's like me deep down. I hope so, but I have to go straight home. I don't want to worry, Mom. Does she protect you? Because it kind of seems that way, given how I am. Me. That's just how she is. She can be overwhelming sometimes, but I know it's because it's worrying. At least you're aware of it. It could be a disaster. Interacting, but I notice. I care about her as much as she cares about me. Oh yes. The door to my house. It's open. If you want to stay there, just clean it like you did with Shituda's. Thanks for that. By the way, it's time to go, so go back to your seat. Wait, really? You're telling me this for a free maid? I'll go back, get an event box, and give it to her. Give it to Shituda. I don't trust her. From him? Say it's yours if you want to impress him. Although he should take it for trying to get a maid. Free. Kakachua, you're right, and thank you, little listener. I'll keep doing it. I sit back. A particular guy with mint-colored hair has his eye on me. I know Mint. I'm pretty. There's no. I need to be ashamed. Either that, or it's an angry look. I don't know. I'm a social disaster. After class, it's lunchtime, and it reminds me of my years. I'm antisocial because I presumably have no one to sit with. I was about to leave when I heard my name. Hey, Izuku, come sit with us. I turned around and saw Uraraka gesturing to Ida. I approached and saw Ida acting a certain way, and I knew it very well. Are you sure? Ida seems uncomfortable, and he was going to eat out anyway. Maybe? He may be an idiot, but I know how to be kind. Okay, Ida. Uraraka looks at him. The truth is too precious for this world. No problem, Izuku says. Too fast for my liking, but oh well. I sit next to Uraraka and open the box to start eating. Uraraka. Look with a smile. Hey, what do you think is the last class of the day? In most traditional schools, it's probably math, because we have to end the day suffering. But that's already been done. I guess the class. The real hero's goal is the last one, so that if the student gets injured, they don't have to worry about missing any classes. That's a good observation. That's called guessing. Honey, he winked, making Uraraka nervous. I thought. You said you couldn't flirt in the real world. Practice makes perfect. Cinnamon roll. Cinnamon roll question. I forgot it was there, and I didn't. I regret it. Don't tell me you've never heard that phrase before. It's not bad. I realize that. She jumps to conclusions, and it's not just about me. It's not about anyone. Too innocent for this world. Oh, interesting conversation. There's not much to say. More than just talking. We chatted like teenagers. Ida seemed hesitant with me, but in the end, she opened up more. Open. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Why does it have to be so complicated to be sociable? Coming through the door. Like a normal person. OL Migny shouts, necessarily entering through the door like a freak. Everyone else. They seem to fantasize about him, but this man shattered my dreams and hopes. My gaze is grim to frighten him. Today, they'll be one step closer to becoming heroes in their costumes. Disappointment presses a button revealing the boxes with numbers. Everyone get dressed now, Plaza C. Alkerpulse announces, no. Without even noticing me, how I look. He runs away after that. Success of the mission. I head to my suitcase before going to the locker room. This time I'm changing as much as possible. As slowly as possible. Even after changing, I stand for a while looking at my costume. I must say that my outfit is unusual. I'm willing to admit I paid homage to Era Syriad. Hence the black suit with the bulletproof vest. And when I say suit, I mean a suit. A two-piece suit that you'd wear to prom if you want to go with the girl. Death itself. I specifically chose a suit because a two-piece is better than a jumpsuit. In my opinion, to look really good and appear like a villain in order to deceive some people. On my feet I'm wearing some black boots that come up above my kneecaps, with some metal reinforcement for strength and support without breaking them. The black gloves on my arms are similar, only made of rubber instead of iron, due to something you'll see later. Go ahead. I wear a tool belt around my waist with whatever I'm wearing, but most likely it's. Make sure it's medical equipment. The suit even has a neck protector so it's not visible. That way I won't die decapitated. Don't worry. It looks quite natural, especially with a dark green bow tie. I'm carrying a couple of walking sticks on my back. Electric with adjustments I made myself. I almost got a ticket for that, which I may have stolen from the Legend of Korra and swords. Before you ask, yes, I know how to use swords and I'm fantastic with them, if you ask me. They allow me to say it. I saw YouTube videos about it. To hide the swords. I'm carrying a small, thin backpack with my laptop and a few other odds and ends. The most elegant part of my outfit is my helmet. The helmet is where I went overboard. The helmet itself is thin and light, so it didn't hold me back too much. I did it to triple my normal hearing. I'll probably improve it even more. About. My eyes have a transparent visor that detects heat to help find people and provide protection. General. I need to improve its functions. Then my granddaughter. The mask over my mouth. Although it's designed to filter fires and other such things, that's not its primary use. It's time to try it. Damn, I mean potato. Oh my god, it works. Yes, the mask was made for. Censor my weird swear words. I'm going to have so much fun with this. I go out and I met with a group of students and they were interesting, to say the least. The most. Ira's costume is particularly exaggerated, as it consists of armor. However, there is unfortunately one that is a little. It's a dramatic film. I think it's called Momo. Anyway, it's all laid bare. It's not naked, but she could very well be. Then, there's the invisible girl I joked about during the exam, who so far hasn't. I knew she existed and she's naked. If something touches her breasts, she's unprotected, man. It's a real struggle. Energy to keep me quiet. They look fantastic. Now it's time for their task. Olm takes out a card and reads it. There is a bomb inside this building. A nuclear facility that must be dismantled. Everyone will be divided into pairs, with a team of 3 into heroes and villains. The villains. They must protect the bomb or capture the heroes, while the heroes must capture the bomb or the villains. It will be decided randomly, So when I call you, you'll find your teammate. Any questions? Old. Disappointment gets a lot of questions, but I can't help thinking, why is there a group of 3? We are a class of 20. OL shit dice, relax, I don't have super hearing to understand them. All at once. Yes, Ida. Wouldn't it be better if we chose our partners? Sir? Yida asks. I intervene, because I know why she's doing it this way. Heroes don't. They always pair up with their best friend. Sometimes they have to pair up with any hero present, which makes it. It becomes an effective exercise. Not that OL Bit understands it, because he can take down a platoon with his strength. I see. Old Dan Nick gets nervous when I answer. He says Megoria is right. No. You'll always find the partner you wanted. Now let's get some teams. Old Mesa. I split into teams until only I remained. Now I see it. The past haunts me. I raise my hand, trying. Be polite. Yes, Midorilla. Almond asks. It seems they've forgotten me. Yes. You will not participate in this exercise. I'm sorry. What can I ask why? No. Go. Well, it's time to smash your fake ass. It's because I don't have peculiarities, aren't they? I declare with a grunt. Yes, it's too dangerous for. You're participating in this exercise. And you're saying it's not for the other students here. Of course it is. But I interrupted him. I don't care about your reasoning. You're not giving me a chance to prove myself. I'm ignorant about this. Leaving me out doesn't help at all. So let me in and to prove it. The students look at me strangely when the voice comes in to change my language. My cap, if not. Calm down, I'll have to send you to Principal Nizu. Things are getting out of hand. Complicated. I smile at his thallium then. Almig, the most man. The smartest person in the world. How sarcastic. A challenge. Yes. If they let me in and, if I win, they have to let me participate in any exercise that other students participate in. Otherwise, I will quit school and I'll leave. I can hear the students' eyes widening. I'm risking my life, but I have a lot of confidence in myself. Okay, Uraraka, join his team. It doesn't sound so confident, but he keeps trying to smile. Uraraka joins me with a nervous smile. Now the first teams are Team A as heroes and Team D as villains. I look for Team D and see that it's Bakugo and Ida. This should be easy. I smile as the class walks away, leaving me with Uraraka in her cute pink spacesuit. D gets in the fake bomb they're carrying. It's great that you're challenging Ulm like that, Uraraka exclaims. He shouldn't. I have to do it, but oh well, I have an idea. I have thermal vision on this. I have a viewfinder, so I can see where they are. It's best if Bakugo leaves Illida to protect the bomb and comes after me. When I tell you to go, I need you to go where I tell you at the beginning, and I'll take care of Bacchus's loot. Oh, here. I'm giving you a stool made of clear fishing wire with sticky putty. Very sticky putty. I need. Place traps everywhere for Ida to trip over. They should be on doorways at a minimum height of 30 centimeters. Do you understand? Are you sure you'll be okay with Bakugo? I can see she's worried and he's so cute. Give me a minute at most. I'll be with you after I make someone angry. Oh, what a nuisance. It needs to be added. Wait, is that considered a bad word? No idea. Start now. Ulm shouts into the microphone. I turn on my thermal vision. They're on the 3rd floor. Let's go! Uraraka nods and we go up, running to the 2nd floor. He took out the capture tape they gave us. I take a. He signals to Uraraka to wait a moment. Then Deku. Bakudo shouts, as he attempts his signature explosive right hook. I hear Uraraka run off and grab him. I grabbed his arm, wrapping the capture tape around his wrist as I turned him over and slammed him to the ground. without thinking. Twice, I also cover his other wrist and push him against the wall. This leaves Bakugo furious, but right now It matters, Blero. Bakugo has been officially captured, Almig announces. I run to find Uraraka right outside the door where Ida is. I make sure to lift my feet very carefully so avoid traps. Ura whispers, do you have any ideas? We probably could. I want to sleep with him. Come on, do you mind if we pretend we're? Should I slip out for a moment to surprise you? I might get emotional, so I'm warning you. Without him seeing, I need. Touch me and take me flying over him to grab that bomb. The signal is when I blink twice. Of course. I see Uraraka blush. I carefully take her hand as I lead her to the room. What are you doing here, heroes? Ida exclaimed dramatically, cutting off her arms. Don't be like that, Ida. I'm only here to announce that Uraraka and I started dating. Hey, honey. I say carefully as I pull us closer for a conversation. Appropriate. It's not adorable, Uraraka says while pinching my cheek with her 5 fingers. Stop, you're embarrassing me. I complain. But you love me. Are you both sure this is the best place for this nonsense? It's not nonsense, it's love. We need love to create minion nunchucks in me, I say, making sure to use Uraraka's name. As I speak, I blink twice. Times, and when I finished I flew over his head and touched the bomb. The hero's team has. He touched the bomb and won, Almig announces. I swear I can sense the reluctance in her voice. Well done, girl, you did it, I say, moving closer to her as I apply germ to my face. Seriously, Uraraka asks. Yes, perfect. You would be a wonderful girlfriend too. Uraraka blushes. It's just that the moment has to ruined. Dekita, you should be safe. Uraraka, are you? Would you mind climbing on my back for a moment? I asked. Why? I don't want to. May Bakugo kill you. I duck and Uraraka does as I ask. I approach, open the window and jump. You could have warned me you were doing this. Do you have a safe way to land? Uraraka shouts in my ear. Of course. I turn around and I land. My voice muffles the impact. I look at her and say, I'm sorry,